Well, hey everybody, welcome back. Been a few weeks, but we're back at the bench. We've been back at the bench and we've been furiously working, or trying to, on this Aztec pattern that you see in front of you. So let's talk through this a little bit, and then I want to demonstrate what I'm doing here. Obviously, like I said before, I'm using the mask design masking set, and I've already applied the first layer, which is your iridescent blue layer, using the shimmering blue color from Mackenzie Taxidermy, and this turns out really well. And then I went back around and I started applying the secondary pattern, and I did a red. Oh, by the way, some of these sections are gold. So it was all mostly blue, but some of the sections were painted gold according to the Truck Modeler's Painting Guide. And then I went through the secondary pattern and went through some reds. And then the third pattern was more gold, but in strategic spots, okay? Now, once all that was done, I took all the masks off, and now I'm doing 3 more layers. I started with, and the step back a little bit. Base color is the blue and the gold. Second layer red, third layer gold, fourth layer green. Then I took all the masks off, and now I'm just repeating that red, gold, and green. And I'm at the point where I'm doing the green layer, okay? A couple of things to note. Obviously, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful in a different light. You can see how the colors change. They glow, you know. It's just, I love the way this looks so far. It's really, really coming out very nice, I think. A couple of little things that have been kind of annoying to me, and I believe it's probably on me. Somebody pointed out that the texture on my base coat looks textured as opposed to smooth. So that's on me. I smoothed it out a few times and I had to repaint, and I smoothed and I repainted. I got so tired of doing that when I repainted it the last time, I didn't smooth it out, I don't think, as much as I should have. So I think that's affecting the way the actual shimmering colors stay on the base coat. So the base coat, no problem, it's not coming off, it's just a little textured. But when it comes to some of these little shimmering colors, some pieces of it are coming off with the mask. So I'm going to try to show it to you here close up, but I think you can probably see it on this pattern right here. There's a little piece that has come off that pattern. This pattern right here has a little piece that has kind of come off of that pattern right there. So that panel, should I say, and it's happening in different areas throughout the saucer section. So that is a little annoying. What I'm going to do after I finish this last layer of green, I'm going to go ahead and come back, and I'm going to use, these are the masks I'm using for the second, third, and fourth layers. So red, gold, green, red, gold, and I'm going to do green right now. So what I'm doing is I'm taking these same masks, and I'm basically, like if it's a gold pattern that seems to be kind of messed up, I'm laying them over, you know, and kind of trying to find the right size on this mask here. And I'm just laying it over, and I'm painting that little section, then I'm taking it off. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go back over and do that with the little areas. There's not a lot. I'd say maybe 5-10% of everything on here or less is messed up, but most of it is okay. So I'm going through and I'm doing that to fix the little areas that need to be fixed. And then once I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and cover this with a matte clear coat and see if that kind of helps with some of the shimmering and roughness on the saucer here. So we'll see how that goes, guys. We'll do that. So let's get started. Let's go ahead and get started, and I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of the green for you and show you how I do it. Now, when it comes to the shimmering green, This thing is mostly blue, gold, and red. The green is sporadic, so it shouldn't have a lot of green on it according to the instructions. So let me prep my airbrush. Let's see, here's the green. You're going to hear airbrush sounds and from the compressor turning on and off. And you just do this in sections, guys. Just do this in sections. All right, whoops. All right, so let's go ahead and take care of this off to the side. All right. Okay, and now I'm going to grab the section that, and by the way, on this sheet, this is sheet number 4, I believe, none of these patterns are exactly alike. They don't overlay each other. So if you use this and this together, there's no like chance of you know, using the exact same pattern. I mean, they may overlay each other a little bit to produce a different pattern, but they're not like the exact same cut is overlaid with the other cut. So you can trust that each one of these actually fit pretty well. I've marked these according to the instructions on the mask design videos, you know, T1, T2, T3, T4. I just did that to follow the video, but what's helping me here is that I can see the colors and I'm just following my order here of the way I've done this. So I'm not really following the T numbers. All right, so I'm trying to take some of the tackiness off because I really don't want to get this to come off. So what I've tried to do to kind of, you know, minimize some of the shimmering colors coming off is I start at the top, and it doesn't have to be exact at all on the pie pattern. So I start at the top and then I just kind of let it lay down. I don't press it down because I find that when I'm pressing it down, those colors start coming off. All right, so let's go ahead and show you a couple of panels here and then we'll move on and do something else. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do this panel here and maybe this panel here, and this is just random. There you go. So those are the 2 green panels, right? Now let's gently try to pull this off and see if nothing else comes off. Great. I don't know if you can see it, but we do have some lift at the very bottom. It always happens at the bottom. Here's some of the pieces here and here. It's very, very small. You can probably not see it, but that's a little piece of the shimmering paint that came off at the bottom here somewhere. So these masks, the tackiness is pretty strong. The shimmering colors are coming off, but it may not be the tackiness on the mask. It may be the way the texturing on the base coat is. That may be affecting that. So I'm gonna have to come back and use some red to fix these red panels that kind of chopped up a little bit. Let's go to the next panel and do a couple of more. All right. Again, I just laid it down. I'm not, you know, pressing against anything purposely. Let's try a different panel. Now, I'm kind of looking through to see if there's anything that's coming through the openings that seems to be messed up, like these over here. And if I do see anything, I'll just paint that over and take care of it now. But I don't see anything, so let me just do these 2 here, green, and maybe these 2 right here. There we go. All right. And kind of slowly take that off. Looks like I've picked up a few more at the bottom. Again, it all seems to be centering around the bottom, unfortunately, which is why I'm starting my like little pattern at the top, maybe pressing it down there so it'll hold on up there and letting it fall gently to the bottom. Okay, I'm only going to do one on this next one. I think I'm using a little too much green, so let me do one at the top here and leave it like that. right? And by the way, when I'm taking it off with this with these tweezers, I'm using the top first because it's not touching the actual pattern. It's touching what I have up here, this masking up here, so I don't have to worry about scratching anything with the tweezers. All right, good. There we go. And yep, a little bit more came off down here. So yeah, that seems to be the problem. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and continue off camera. Let me just put this down right here right now. And so I'm going to continue off camera, and I'm just going to go around and paint a couple of things. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back around and again try to fix some of these patterns at the bottom with the blue, with the red. It's mainly the blue and the red that need to be fixed, it looks like. And then we'll continue with the next part. All right, my friends, we'll be right back. Okay, everybody, let's talk about where we're at and where we're going and a couple of things that we've done. So as far as the saucer section, the top is done. To show you where we're at. As you can see, we've got the paneling going, and it looks pretty subtle. And of course, it's kind of hard to see on camera, but as you move this, as you change the positions in the light, you'll see the shimmering, you'll see the colors coming through. Obviously, I'm trying to do this on a limited space as well, but it looks really nice. Now, a couple of things to mention on this. One of the big things that should be done before putting this paneling on is making sure that your surface is very smooth, okay? Like I said before, I did not smooth out the surface before putting this paneling on, and it showed on the finished product, unfortunately. So I went back and I just left it as is, and I went back and I applied a matte clear coat over this. Two things happened. Now as you touch this, very, very smooth. That matte clear coat has smoothed it out. I did a very, very minimal sanding on the matte clear coat to make it a little smooth, and I used a very fine grit on my sandpaper for this. So when you feel this, I don't feel any rough edges on that clear coat. That should have been done before the paneling was put on, okay? Fortunately, it doesn't seem to have affected this paneling very much, although I do see in some spots where the blue that was initially sprayed on, like here, there's some blue, the blues there, it kind of disappeared in other spots because of that clear coat overlay. So I'm gonna leave it as is. I'm not gonna mess with this anymore, and continue to the sides of the saucer and of course the bottom of the saucer. Now the bottom of the saucer was clear coated and it is very, very smooth. I just need to sand it slightly. I haven't done that yet, so I'm going to sand that, and I'm going to clear coat it, and I'm going to mask it, and continue the process there, with the first layer of blue and second, third, tertiary layers and all that kind of thing. So that'll probably be done by the next video. A couple of other things that I'm working on as I go. And what's happening here is, you have to allow paint to cure. So while it's curing, I'm doing other painting here and there. And so I started painting the secondary hull housing because I'm planning on masking out this next and doing all the patterns, painting patterns on this. Obviously, the painting on this secondary hull isn't complete yet. We still need to do some painting on this side of it. When I did the painting on the secondary hull, basically I taped it down this way and painted all around and painted inside. So painted the inside black first, let that cure, then painted it white, and painted the outside black first and painted that white as well. So black inside, black outside, and then let it cure, and then white inside, white outside, and let it cure. Now I need to put it down this way and do some painting here, And I believe what I'm going to do on this side is I'll probably do some gray here and then paint it white after it cures. So we'll see how that goes. But the plan here is once it's completely cured, I will clear coat this, sand it, clear coat it, and then start the all the nice, beautiful, intricate patterns that go around this as well. So that's where we're at with that. And then finally, the other thing that I've been doing here is working on the aftermarket. Let me take these off so you can take off a piece so you can see what I'm talking about. The aftermarket pieces for the aftermarket pieces for the mag grills. And so first step that I've done at this point is painting these, spray painting them flat black. So this is just painted flat black, nothing special. And what I plan to do after that is dry brush some copper on it, and that'll be lightly dry brushed on the surface of the grills. I don't want to flood the grooves because the grooves need to stay black, and that should give us the very close look to what it looked like in the movie. Now, as I'm doing this, I can kind of see through the grill, and I might need to paint the back black. I'm not sure. I can see some through the grooves, and the grooves you can kind of see through a little bit there. I don't know if it's possible for you to see that on camera, but anyway, that's what I'm working on next. And so the plan for that is to prep the nacelles, prep the little area, remove the existing exhaust, the existing mag grill that's on the nacelles, and replace it with this. And as you can see, and let me show you what the plan is. The plan is to make a hole where that grill was. You'll remove it, and that'll cause a hole, and then put a piece of styrene plastic on the back. Make sure it's nice and solid back there with some cement, plastic cement. And then on the other side of that, maybe another fit of styrene plastic to put into the hole, and then putty it over so that it's smooth on the other side before I put the mag grill in. And then we'll put the mag grill in. All right, my friends, so that's where we're at, and it's all coming along. It's not coming along as fast as I'd like, but that's the name of the game with this particular build, which is why it takes so long for many of us. Some of us, it's a few months. Some of us, we let it go for a few months and come back in a few months, because it's so intricate and detailed that I've seen some modelers take a couple of years to finish theirs. But either way, it's an exciting journey, and I'm glad you're on this journey with me. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. The subscribe button is now at the bottom right of your screen, so go ahead and click that to subscribe, and don't forget to like the video. We appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. We're on the way to building this 1/350 scale Enterprise and lighting it up. So we'll see you at the next video.